Hi, my name is Ken. I run the microbiome prescription citizen science site, and I want to take a quick walkthrough and provide some explanation for a process which was there already, but which I have now simplified down to make it a lot easier. You find there's a new item on the home page called I have to take antibiotics or other drugs. I want to minimize the damage to my gut. So if you simply click here, it will take you to a list of antibiotics and other common drugs, and you have to find it. Now, generally, the easiest way of doing it is to go and just do a search. For example, I want to search for minocycline. And there I find minocycline, so I click there. If I have another drug which I'm taking, let's see, okay. Let's just flip through the list. There are diabetic drugs and other things in the list, and just trying to find something. Okay, let's take this drug. I'm not sure what it is. Click that. So I've selected two drugs which happen to be taking. It may just be one, it may just be an antibiotic you prescribe. You do need to know the name of the antibiotic. Every antibiotic modifies the gut bacteria in a different way. And now I just go down up to the top, how to counter. It will now proceed to do some computations and give you a list of what you should be taking to counteract things that would increase the bacteria which are being damaged. And then on the bottom you have a list of the bacteria which are going to be hurt further than what the antibiotics. In other words, these substances will compound the shifts that the drug or antibiotic has done. Okay, now you may want to ask yourself, how in the world do I get this bit of mischief done? Well, let's go back and do a step-by-step walkthrough. And step-by-step walkthrough, let's go back to there. You notice everything is hyperlinked. And let's suppose I click on this one. I'll take a look here. And comical. It lists all the related ones, but more importantly, it lists every bacteria which we have documentation on, and whether or not it increases or decreases according to a variety of PubMed studies. So in other words, we have a whole ton of bacteria which we know from the literature will be impacted positively or negatively by you taking this drug. A lot of them. So that tells us what we have to compensate for. Like, for example, this one will increase bifidobacteria. Okay, that's probably a good thing. Other things, it will decrease. But if we want to try to compensate as a whole, we go back here. And when we go back here, you'll see we have a variety of things. If we go and look at one of these things, like a B9 folate, we'll find down below, we'll find a list of the bacteria that it impacts. Does it increase or decrease it? So what we have is we have two long lists which we have to effectively shuffle together in cards, sort them, do matchup, compensating for one for the other, and come up with what are the best suggestions. That is, when you go back here, what is the net suggestion value? The value here means this is a weighted average. Let's not get into how we're doing it. But both decrease and increase are working the same mechanism. So we have 25 points where it would increase. 4 where it would decrease. The net suggestion is 21. In other words, it will cause a generally significant improvement, better than other things. These are not the amount. These are the indicator of the probability. So it's not that one is stronger than the other. It is that this one is far more probable because there are a lot more studies indicating it makes the right type of corrections. And we have the folate here, which we look at. We have different probiotics listed here, artichokes, vitamin A, and similar down the bottom. So that's basically the whole process of getting suggestions. And that will give you suggestions. You may want to go and do things like, okay, wait a minute. I want to take a look at diet style. I don't want to actually do amino acid substitutions, prebiotics and similar probiotics, yes. Perhaps I want to also look at types of sugars. Different types of sugars have different things. You go just up here and you click and it will go and recalculate with those criteria. Notice something right here. What we selected have 108 different reported shifts in bacteria. So we are trying to compensate for 108 shifts all at the same time by looking at a database of 2,000 items and saying, okay, how can we figure out what the best combination is? And here we have the change. Red wine, resveratrol comes in, Mediterranean or ketogenic diet comes in, sugar beet comes in as the preferred type of sugar rather than the regular type of sugar. We have a probiotics done, pectin, broad beans, etc. So that's it. Enjoy and hopefully it will help. Remember, we are talking about things that are more probable to help based on studies, and it's all based on probability. That's all it is.